What's good, you guys? Teddy Striker here, and this Saturday we have a major fight in boxing. Maybe the best fight of the year. In my opinion, right now, that goes to Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, because that was an undisputed title fight. But this one has a chance to top it because it's an undisputed title fight as well. And it's between two undefeated fighters who have looked incredibly dominant. One of them is a knockout phenom. He's knocked out everybody that he's been in there with. He's just so dominant. He's able to push his opponents back, bully them, and get them out there within the distance. And his opponent, Dimitry Bivol, is just a masterful technician boxer. He's incredibly technical, incredibly sound. He's efficient in all areas of boxing. He's got incredible defense, incredible offense, footwork, ring IQ, everything. This is just going to be an incredible fight. And in this video, I want to talk about who I think is going to win this fight. And I want to give you guys some reasoning behind why I think this person is going to become the undisputed light heavyweight champion. And I think that Dimitry Bivol is going to leave Riyadh with the undisputed titles. I think that he's going to win this fight, become undisputed. And I think he's going to stop Artur Beterbiev in round 11. I know a lot of people are saying Bivol is going to have to be perfect for 12 rounds. He's going to, if he wins, he's going to outbox him for 12 rounds. But I think he's actually going to get a stoppage here. And, you know, Artur Beterbiev he's, like I said, everyone he's been in there with, he's stopped. But Bivol, the difference between him and I think Beterbiev's other opponents is, for one, he has the skill. Obviously, Beterbiev's other opponents have the skill, but Bivol has the skill. He has the will, which is going to be important when he gets hit and when he gets hurt. And also, he has that desire to become undisputed. That's been his lifelong boxing dream, to become an undisputed champion. He even said that he wouldn't be interested in fighting Canelo again because he wants to become undisputed. But that Canelo fight did help him get this fight. But yeah, he has that desire, the will, and the skill. And I think he is going to be able to stand up to Beterbiev's power. I think he is going to get dropped at some point in this fight because Beterbiev is very, very powerful, and I think that he's going to test Bivol's chin for sure. And it's just hard to go the full distance or that long of a fight without getting clipped and hurt at some point. But he is a very, very stoic guy. He's a stoic fighter. He's able to stay calm, and he's kind of like an algorithm. You put in certain inputs, and then you get the outputs in the ring, and he follows that to perfection. Basically, he's always sticking to his game plan. He's not deterring from it. He has been hurt before in the past, and he's able to just stay calm and keep doing what he's doing and not let that deter him from his game plan. But let's dive a bit deeper into some things that Bivol is going to have to do to beat Artur Beterbiev. And firstly, in his last fight, where he was supposed to fight Beterbiev, it was at the 5v5 Riyadh event. It was June 1st. Beterbiev pulled out because he had like a ruptured meniscus. I think he had some knee issues, and there's a late replacement for that fight. So Bivol, he couldn't really change his game plan around too much. But what I found really interesting in that fight is that he was owning the center of the ring a lot more. He was putting the pressure on his opponent a lot more, and he was fighting very well. He was super effective, and he was able to get a finish. It seems like Bivol was trying to be an offensive-minded fighter. Usually he's like relatively kind of neutral. He's really defensively minded, and also at the same time he's offensively minded. But in this last fight, it seemed like he was more offensively minded. But when he was pressuring, he was still able to stay safe. He was still able to defend shots effectively, bring his hands back to his face and move away and know when to disengage. And Bivol's counter-striking was incredible. I mean, he was making his opponent, like, miss shots. He was, like, defending or moving away and then coming straight back with, like, really fast and effective combinations. And Beterbiev is a bully fighter, right? He likes to bully his opponents, push them back, and knock them out. But the way you gotta fight a bully, sometimes you can't just run away and just try to, you know, get on your bike and outstrike them. They're eventually gonna get to you. So sometimes you got to take the fight to them. You got to let them know that you're a threat and that they're not just going to be able to march you down the whole time and get a finish. And I think that that's going to be part of Bivol's game plan in this fight. And I think it can work. Like, sometimes some of Beterbiev's opponents have actually stood up to him and, like, countered him when he was throwing punches. And they've actually been able to hurt him. So yeah, and I like Bivol going forward in this fight. I like him standing his ground, because if he's just going to be going backwards right away, Beterbiev is not going to let him establish a jab. He's not going to respect that distance, and he's going to be willing to take some Bivol's punches. Obviously, he's going to be smart with his pressure. He's going to use his jab of his own, establish his while taking Bivol's jab away. And if you don't have space and your opponent's taking your jab away, that's not a good recipe. We saw Daniel Dubois take away Anthony Joshua's jab, establish his, and take away the space from Joshua, and he was able to get him out of there. So Bivol standing his ground early on and hitting Beterbiev with some powerful shots early on is going to be beneficial for him. And also, to slow him down, I think that Bivol should really invest in some body shots. I think Beterbiev, he's got a good high guard, but his opponents haven't really invested too much into his body, and I think that Bivol should do this to really slow down the pressure, but also take away some of that explosive energy that he has to, generate his knockouts. And also, Beterbiev is a strong guy. He likes to get in close and slow down his opponents with his clinch work as well. And that's a big part of his game. So take some of that strength away as well. And yeah, just further slow him down. And also, Bivol pushing Beterbiev back is a good game plan, because Beterbiev just had a knee surgery, and he has had some knee problems in the past, and he's not really used to being pushed back. And I think he's only made it to round 12 once. He finished an opponent in round 12, I think it was back in 2017, and he hasn't seen round 10 since 2021. Whereas Bivol, he's been labeled a decision machine. He's gone the distance a number of times. And going backwards takes some good mobility. And Artur Beterbiev, with his bad knees, you can't expect that to be too good. So that would be an area that Bivol can really take advantage of, make him work on the back foot, have him use more energy, have him struggle to move backwards as fast as you can move backwards, and then just drain by gassing so you can get a stoppage later on in the fight. And the last reason why I think Bivol is going to win is also the age factor. Beterbiev, he's close to 40. I think he's 39, if not already 40. And Bivol is in his prime. He's 33 years old. He's in his prime condition, peak condition. And Beterbiev has picked up some injuries. And also, Father Time is undefeated, and it does catch up to you, and it can come at any time. And if he slows down in this fight, then I think it's going to be bad news for him, and I think he could get stopped earlier than round 11. But yeah, I got Bivol winning this fight. Let me know what you guys think about this prediction. Do you guys think that Bivol is going to become undisputed or Beterbiev? Either way, if you guys are just UFC fans, I think you should definitely tune in. It's going to be a great show, and it's only going to be $20 for this incredible fight. But not only this fight, but there's actually some really good fighters on this card. There's Ben Whitaker, who's an exciting prospect. He's fun, entertaining. He's a star. Then you got Chris Eubank Jr. You got Jay Apatia. There's a bunch of talented boxers on this card, and I think it's going to be stacked. But thank you guys for watching. God bless.